Tumbled Tuesday. The markets drop. My name's Dez here at Grok Trade. It's Tuesday, March 10th, 2015, and the markets go south. The spiders down. If you take a look here, down 1.62%. Diamonds down 1.73%. The Q's down 1.86%. The Russell's down 1.15%. Wow. Anytime you get the NASDAQ down was 2%, that's a big drop. So the markets had a big time sell-off today, as you guys now know. And anyway, let's take a look here at the S&P 500. Again, we're using Trading View. That's why charts look different. And here we are. It's an online service you can get free of charge. And if you want to upgrade, feel free to do that. But it functions much like eSignal as far as the charting scalability is concerned. Very fluid, very nice. Anyway, we've been talking about this rising wedge on the S&P 500, in this case the SPDR, which is the ETF on the S&P 500. We talked about this big drop, and I said we have a lot of downside opportunity and that we could certainly get down to this trend line. Remember, if you're having a hard time seeing this, down here in the bottom right hand corner, make sure you click on full screen. Make sure it's set to high definition so you can watch this on your full screen and in high definition. That will certainly help you see the details here. Now, the reason I want you to zoom in on this is very important. There's a couple things I want you to see. Now, typically, anytime you make a higher swing high with a bull pullback, especially when you're within the 50% area, that's usually a great time to be looking to buy. And especially if there's a trend line coming in. So we have a trend line coming in, and the pullback's only a 50% Fibonacci. Awesome. And we made a higher swing high and making higher swing lows. Awesome. And an uptrend. Everything is hunky-dory. Everything is grand. Everything is great. We should be looking to buy here. Now, here's the big time warning I'm going to give you. It has to do with today's volume and Friday's volume. Look at these two big red chunky candlesticks right here. Look at the extreme volume that has come in on that sell, on the sell side. This here is a 20 period moving average on volume. So all it's doing is giving me relativity on if volume is relatively strong or weak. It'd be stronger if it's above the line, weaker if it's below. And as you can see, as far as relativity is concerned, that volume on the sell side is abnormal, and that is a bad sign. So let's look at it in another way. Normally we go higher. Look at volume should be drying up as you go higher. So in this case, volume is drying up. It's dropping as you go higher. And anyway, as you start to drop, we want it to drop like a feather, very light on very little volume. But instead it's dropping like a rock, like a lead balloon on bigger volume. Look at the bigger volume. It's a ramping higher here taking place. If we're to draw a trend line here, you can see we're going higher here in volume. So volume increasing on a downward movement. So this is like a huge weight dropping and going to hit this trend line. Now I expect this trend line to hold up at least intraday going into tomorrow. I see this area as being a big time area of support. Will it be support? Maybe not. But I see this as being a huge opportunity for some support taking place. Now, it may hang up there intraday and then drop. If it drops and breaks this trend line, woe to the markets. Look for more downside potential. This is probably going to be our high for a while. But if we do get a bounce here and we do stall out, maybe we'll break through intraday. I'll be maybe looking for day trades, looking for a low and then a rally back higher, giving us a hammer with this big long lower shadow, much like what we have right here. I love buying up those lows when it gets past an extension of a trend line. Very powerful opportunity to make good money day trading. and also on the swing trade. If that does come to fruition, it does play out as I think that it might, where we either stop here or we start to bounce here, we gap down to this line and then rally, whatever variable that we're throwing going into tomorrow. If it looks like it's going to end on a bullish note and above this trend line, I may be looking to add some longs. Now, I think the longs will be short-lived. I see a little pop here. We might get back to these swing highs, but because of the big volume that I'm seeing on the sell side here, I think any pop that we get will be short-lived. So I could see this going up for a little ways here and then rolling over and dropping right here. I could see this formation. If you could see, watch my cursor, I could certainly see that happening. So that's what I foresee with the technicals. Now, if I go right here, if I click this thing, I can go either to my bull list or bear list. These are high price things. We vet these stocks very well fundamentally. They are the best of the best or the worst of the worst, and we trade them technically in their direction, fundamentally speaking. So it's very balanced. And the website you want to write down on that is grokstockpicks.com, grokstockpicks.com. But anyway, I'm going to go down here to my Grok tech stocks that I like to look at. Apple was off 2%. It's pulling back, and pulling back. So big volume on the sell side. Amazon was off by 2.4%, really selling off here. And BABA had a bounce. It's up 0.5%. Now, a couple of things I'll share with you here. I need to do something. Anytime you get this gap down run up, another gap down run up, this looks like a bottoming formation, like people want to start buying. I could come down here, hit this publish idea. In this case, if I do the publish idea, I would say long, that there's a good opportunity. And by doing that, I don't want to type all that in now during a video, but I could certainly see a buy opportunity here. I'm going to actually open up the little thing here, and you'll see that there's some greens down here, and I could see that other people are thinking the same thing I'm thinking. If I had seen this day on TradingView, I would have added my own report here. So I may go ahead and add it to this. I think that this thing is going to find a bottom soon and start breaking up higher, especially if the markets start to bounce, which they certainly could here. Facebook was off over 2%, just a huge sell off in Facebook. And Google was off 2.4%. Big sell off here on Google. Let's go to GoPro. I think a lot of greens down here. And I agree. I think it's just a matter of time before this thing starts heading higher. See who this is. This is Kagan Capital. That I think that I'm in agreement with this individual. I may add mine to GoPro there. I do not own the stock, at least not yet. And Twitter was down almost 4% today. Not good at all. Big drop here on a slight tick higher on volume. So anyway, if you go to the website, if you're not familiar with the website, let me introduce you. Go to Free Online Trading Education. Go here, click on Chart School. A lot of very cool stuff here. Our daily trading videos are right here. If you haven't done so yet, get part of the 101 courses. This is free. I mean, definitely get enrolled in this. We do a lot of courses. I mean, it's a lot of time. I mean, you'll spend probably upwards of 4 hours worth of free education here. So definitely get that, and then get into more meaty stuff. This is where you'll get into 201s and the mentoring. So you definitely want to get mentored by us if you want us to help you reach your full potential in the markets. So take care. Very safe trading. We'll catch up with you guys later.